You are listening to Sex Afflictions and Porn Addictions, and I am your host, Craig Pera, from www.themindfulhabit.com. I'm the founder of the Mindful Habit System, and this is a podcast to help you create healthy sexuality and a great life. Today, I'm going to answer one of the most common questions that I get and one of the most popular questions I see asked online. The holy grail question, and it is, am I a porn addict? And we're going to talk about that question today. We're going to talk about why I think that's the wrong question. And I'm going to give you a series of true or false questions, true and false questions that you can use to help you assess the impact of your pornography use. Before we jump into that, quick shout out time. As you guys know, nobody is sharing their successes with me and my program on Facebook. Obviously, confidentiality is important. People aren't putting this stuff out there, and nor should they be. So that's why I've partnered with trustpilot.com, a public review site, and that's to make sure that you're reading 100% real testimonials from real clients. And I am so goddamn blessed to be doing what I love to do and doing what I'm great at. And that brings me in contact with amazing men who find me often at their lowest point. I just want to share with you what he had to say. I'm so proud of what DF wrote, and I want to share it with you. It's weird writing a review for someone who might have just saved me during what's easily the worst time of my entire life. Craig gave me focus and clarity, but more than that, he gave me back some perspective, some positivity, a path forward. Be ready. This isn't a passive process. You got to want it. You got to work for it. And this brother did. And here's what happened. Do that and come out of the other end stronger, smarter, and more focused than you've ever been before. You're the car, Craig has the keys, and if you want to move forward, hit the gas. This man, talking about me, knows, he knows the plan is possible. I know the plan is possible, and I'm ready to help make the call. And listen, I always like to offer a special discount for my brothers who watch me and listen to me via my broadcast. And if you do make the call, right, here's what I'm going to do. The first person who reaches out to me here's the number. You can find it on the website too, 877-769-3790 or info@themindfulhabit.com. You will get 50% off my group coaching program for the first person who reaches out to me and references this podcast. All right, let's jump in. Oh, wait, one more thing. For those of you watching on video, you may see my hat, Motivated by Metal. And my other shout out is to the Metal Motivator, life coach, entrepreneur, beautiful man, CJ Ortiz. And if you like heavy metal and you need a brain punch, a punch that's just going to wake you up and shake you, I found this guy at my lowest point. And he was so focused on the make a habit part of the equation, not the break a habit, the make a habit part of the equation, pursuing a great life. This man changed my life. And if any of you are metal fans, heavy metal, woo, you're going to love CJ Ortiz, the Metal Motivator. So, am I a sex addict? Are you a sex addict? Well, we're going to talk about porn addiction today. If you're struggling with compulsive sexual behavior, just replace that term. Here's what I want to say about that first. So many people come to me, and husband and wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance are fighting over whether or not he's a porn addict. And I just want to say this. If you are presently fighting with your partner over whether or not you are a porn addict or a sex addict, you are losing. You are losing. Think about that argument that you're having for a second. And here's my strong recommendation. Instead of arguing an argument that what does winning look like? Convincing her that you don't lack self-control, that you do have empathy, that you are pursuing a great life, that you are performing as to the best of your ability sexually. right? Instead of arguing, try to find out, why does she feel that way, right? This is an opportunity for you to understand why she feels porn may be cheating, for example. What morals and ethics, belief systems does she possess that cause her to feel that way? You're not going to win this fight. And it is an opportunity for you to learn more about her, understand why she feels the way she does, and step back and ask yourself the right question. Not, am I a porn addict or am I not a porn addict? And I'm going to give you some factors to consider in evaluating the answer to that question. But is my behavior healthy? Start there. Is my sexual behavior healthy? Does what I'm watching and what I'm doing reflect the man that I want to be? To reflect the man that I want my daughter to see when she looks up at me? If the answer is no, and so you get some answers on this quiz that I'm going to give you that suggest the impact is significant, then get help. Doesn't have to be with me, but you got to do something. There are too many blind spots for you to climb this mountain alone. So find something that works for you. Let's get to some of the questions, all right? So, and as you answer these questions, I want you to reflect on the impact that your behavior is having on your life and the risks produced by your behavior. Okay, we're going to focus on impact. Well, how are the sexual habits impacting critical parts of your life, like your relationship, career, finances, health, hobbies? And risk. What risks are your sexual habits creating in your life? Is porn threatening your relationship or career? Well, let's dive in. So question 1, true or false? Pornography has desensitized me physically and emotionally when I have sex with a real person. Compulsive porn is a progressive condition. Now note, it is the symptom. As any of you have been watching this podcast know, I have strong reservations with calling your behavior diseased and surrendering and powerless and using an 85-year model to help you move forward. Let's focus on the impact, right? Porn moves us away, most of us, if you're listening to this, probably you, from great sex and a deep love and connection. I was completely desensitized. And what happens? You watch more, you watch more, you watch more, and you gradually become immune to explicit images that you may look at today and be like, oh, meh, okay, that was interesting. 10 years ago, your head would have exploded. Oh my God. Oh my God. And this can lead to loss of libido, impotence, and a notion that sex is totally divorced from real life relations. So question 1, pornography has desensitized me physically and emotionally when I have sex with a real person. Question 2, true or false? I am struggling with a compulsion to search for and watch illegal or taboo pornography. If that's true, this is very dangerous territory. And you can't believe the number of men who stumble into places they shouldn't be and get arrested, go to jail, are publicly humiliated, and end up on the sex offender registry. Do not fall down the rabbit hole of online pornography. It's a slippery slope, and the internet has created incredible opportunities to ruin your life. Sexualizing young girls, although teen porn is one of the most popular genres of pornography on the web. Yes, we're wired for younger, but is it healthy? Is it healthy? All right, so if the answer to that question is yes, that's one of these. Take action immediately. High risk, big impact. Question 3, I watch porn in public areas or while driving. And this includes watching porn in a secluded area. If it's outside your home or apartment and not in private, answer true. Do you watch porn in public areas or while driving? If you are watching porn in public areas, you are at risk of getting arrested. Some of these men have been photographed and videoed, and that gets uploaded, right? I don't want to come at this from a place of trying to scare you, but please, for the love of God, you do not want to be that person. You do not want to be that person. Watching porn in public, bad. Can't even believe I need to say. Can you imagine? I mean, my brothers are in their 40s like me. I'm 48. Going back to when we were kids and thinking this would be a problem. Ooh, I'm just thinking of all the stories I've heard of the men who go to McDonald's and get on their Wi-Fi. It's crazy, man. Or the internet's locked down at home, so they sneak one out on the side of the road before they get home. If that's you, get help. Here's another one. I'm spending way too much money on pornography and camming. Is that true or false? I usually see the money being blown on the camming. There's a false sense of intimacy there. There's the feeling of significance and the ability to pay someone to do things that you want them to do. And it's a waste. It's a money pit. Money pit. Remember, this is an industry that its goal is to hook as many people as possible with free content. The same tactics used by big tobacco. This is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Do not be a slave. And if you're spending it, and in this universe of free porn, to me, that suggests there might be a problem. Here's another one, very practical. I'm often late for work and/or social events because I'm watching porn. True or false? This question is designed to help you figure out how badly, if at all, porn is getting in the way of your life, right? So if the answer is true, that suggests that porn is getting in the way. Control it, or it will control you. If porn is no longer a harmless hobby and it's impacting your real life, think, project ahead. Think of your trajectory 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, if you don't address this problem now. Here's another one. True or false? I'd rather watch porn than hang out with friends or perform constructive actions that enrich my life. How many times have you had the freedom to do something? Well, guys, we've got leisure, right? Doesn't happen often, but every once in a while, we've got leisure time, free time in the history of mankind. That's precious. And how do we use it? Lost in an abyss of pornography and pixels, okay? If you'd rather watch porn than hang out with friends or perform constructive actions that are going to enrich your life, then you are numbing, coping, and escaping with pornography, and it is negatively impacting your life. Here's the next question. My partner has threatened to leave me or is really hurt over my pornography use. Guys, you gotta listen to my Betrayal Trauma podcast with Sandy Joy. It is so hard for us as men to listen, we grew up with porn. We've been watching it since we were kids. What do you mean cheating? What do you mean feeling bad about yourself? This isn't about you. Look her in the eye and tell her that this isn't about her. It's like the kids of parents who are divorced, no matter how well it's handled, right? The child can come to no other intellectual conclusion that if mommy or daddy loved me, they would be here. And one of the reasons why divorce is so impactful. And I think the same principle applies here. What do you mean? Oh, it's me, it's not you? You're choosing pornography over your wife. The data is overwhelming. Healthy sex life equals longevity and happy marriage. And here you are sneaking off, wasting that powerful, precious energy. And so if you are in the I'm a porn addict, you're a porn addict, no, I'm not fight, rethink that argument and start asking questions. If your partner's threatening to leave, remember, right, what does porn addict equal? Porn addict means you lack self-control, you have low self-awareness, which is a critical component of EQ, emotional intelligence. In fact, it is one of the primary drivers of personal and professional success. Low self-control, low self-awareness, unhealthy sexuality, lack empathy, a strong ability to compartmentalize, reactive, not living a purpose-driven life. That's what being a porn addict means. Oh, and you have low self-esteem. How could I forget that one? Here's the next question. I spend too much time watching porn instead of taking constructive actions to enrich my life. Right? Porn took a massive toll on my life because what I wasn't doing. When I was watching porn, I wasn't connecting deeper with my wife. I wasn't taking care of my body. I wasn't counterbalancing my crazy. Next question. I hide my porn use from my partner. Why? If it's no big deal, why are you hiding it? What are you afraid of? The secrets and lies will destroy your relationship on something as important as your sexual energy, brother. Ask yourself, why do I keep it a secret? Is there shame surrounding it? If it's no problem, no big deal, stand in your ground and say, honey, this is how I want to express myself sexually, and I think it's good for me. Be truthful for you. If you believe that, I'm not here to tell you you're wrong. Everybody's different. Is it healthy? All right. And answering these questions about why you're hiding it, right? And digging into the root cause and shame can produce powerful, positive results to help you better understand your sexuality and how you feel about it. I like to say is I don't treat porn addiction, I treat intimacy disorders. There's reasons why that energy flows so naturally in an unhealthy way and why it doesn't flow naturally in a healthy way. All right, here's another one. How many guys have had to close their eyes, bury their face in the pillow to orgasm connected when they're having sex with a real person? Question 10. I can't stop thinking about pornography when I'm having sex with a real person. You have trained your arousal mechanism to get off needing that intense visual stimuli. That means the height of pleasure and connectedness with another human being is being corrupted by an industry that knows its product is hurting couples. Yes, there's a little handful of people saying, oh, it's helping us, great. I'm not talking to them. Porn is listed as a contributing factor in 47% of all divorces that occur in the United States. And this, my brothers and sisters, is there's so many bad statistics out there. When you start peeling away the layers, there's a lot of bad statistics out there. This one is my favorite because there's no bias. That statistic came from the lawyers who handle divorces in this country. One of many, many, many questions that they had to answer every 10 years. There's a survey. The next one I think is coming out soon. What do you think? That number went up or down from 2009? What do you think? Up or down? Yeah, it's up. It's up. Here's another question. True or false? I'm ashamed of my sexuality and what I'm into through pornography. I am ashamed of my sexuality and what I'm into with pornography. Shame serves no healthy purpose as far as emotions go and has no place in a healthy expression of your sexuality. Shame is the fuel that drives compulsion. We're not talking about guilt here, we're talking about shame. Remember that. All right, here's another question. I like this, a little broader, high level. I am not expressing my sexual energy in a healthy way, embracing its power, or using it to grow closer to someone I care about. Your sexual energy is powerful. Online, you can get the book for free, Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. Read chapter 11. Just search for a PDF, Think and Grow Rich. Chapter 11 talks about the power inherent in our sexual energy, and he talks about transmuting it. Of course, he doesn't know how to do it, but it's a great concept. Here's another question. True or false? I suffer from erectile dysfunction and or performance issues when I have sex with a real person. Yowza. Yowza. Yowza, yowza, yowza. Right? And how many of you guys are on medication for erectile dysfunction that you don't need to use when you're masturbating with pornography, but you do need to use with your partner? Red flag, red flag, red flag. Next question. I can't stop watching porn even though I know it's hurting someone I love. Partners hate it. The lying, getting caught over and over and again, the cycle, the secrets. That betrayal trauma is destroying your relationship. Here's another one. True or false? I cannot orgasm during sex with a real person unless I think about graphic, pornographic images. I mean, really, is porn robbing you of a very powerful human experience? Orgasming during sex with a real person? Is it hurting it? Think about that question. Next, here's one. Another risk assessment. I'm watching porn at work or on work authorized devices. Nielsen survey found that 25% of working adults admit to looking at pornography on a computer. And 70% of all online pornography access occurs between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. 2 of 3 HR professionals said they have found pornography on an employee's computer. This is a surefire way to get fired. Most companies, the bigger they are, the more true this is, have an internet usage policy that provides for automatic termination for watching porn. So if you are watching porn on a work device, you are in danger. You are risking your job, your family's security, your safety. Very, very, and it's the worst thing, right? Decent employee, chugging along, not really doing anything too bad. Boom, you flag the blocks, the computer's firewall or whatever it is, picked it up. Hey, Joe, can you come in to see us right now down in HR? Right, you're gonna get a box with your stuff in it as you walk out the door. Here's another question. My porn use has evolved, and I am now watching more graphic and hardcore pornography to achieve the same level of stimulation or arousal. Okay, heavy users of porn report that more and more graphic material is necessary to create the same level of stimulation. I don't need to say anything more about that. You guys know exactly what we're talking about. Here's another one. And this is going to sound like this, okay, no big deal question. Life is busy, life is hard. And I want you to take note of this. All right. Here's true or false. I have no hobbies because of my porn use. When I was putting the mindful habit system together, I have 6 key life areas that we focus on: career, finances, health, hobbies, relationships, and spirituality. And I was really torn as to whether or not to include hobbies, because I'm working with men who are in crisis. The shit is hitting the fan, and here I am talking about hobbies. It would have been a grave mistake if I left out hobbies. I have seen repeatedly men take up hobbies, start feeding the right wolf, doing something for themselves that falls into the good, selfish category. Hobbies are mindful. They connect you with other people. They allow that inner child to play and have fun, because all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Remember that from The Shining? All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Your pornography is a hobby. Your compulsive sexual behavior, if you've graduated, the prostitutes, glory holes, what else? Massage parlors. It's a hobby, and it is serving a purpose. And that's going to be one of my podcasts coming up. We're going to talk about all of the positive attributes of your pornography use, all of the quote unquote good parts. And what I mean by that loaded question or that loaded statement is, I need to help you understand that this behavior is serving a purpose. It is meeting a need. It may not be meeting it in the best way, and clearly is not, but make no mistake about it, it is meeting a need, and you need to understand what that need is. Little teaser for the upcoming podcast, because it's not just break a habit, make a habit. A little more nuanced than that. It's break a habit. To break a habit, you have to make the right habit that meets the right need. And so often, hobbies meet those needs. So if you don't have hobbies and you're grinding all day, coming home to deal with bullshit, and you get this 10 minutes, this escape, and that 10 minutes is your glory time. It's your selfish time. It's the one time in your life where you're putting yourself first. Find something else. Feed the right wolf. Feed the right wolf. So those are, and you can go to the website, www.themindfulhabit.com. Down in the footer, I've got a link to this quiz. You can check it out. And I want you to do that. You can take it. I'll calculate your results. You don't have to enter in your email information. But if you are, true, or false, whatever, you answered the questions in the negative way, reach out. We're here 7 days a week. I personally call you back. That number is 877-769-3790, or hit me up on the web at themindfulhabit.com. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for trusting me with something so serious. A shout out to all my clients in the program who are breathing fire, changing their lives. It is an honor and a privilege, and God damn, my life is so good. I am so happy right now and so blessed to be in this place helping so many people. Remember, embrace your power of choice, feed the right wolf inside you, and pursue your best life. This is Craig Perra from Sex Afflictions and Porn Addictions, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.